All right, hello everyone. It has been a couple of weeks here. We've had to have a bit of a break, but hi, welcome to Winners R Grinners. My name is Darren Murphy. Joining me, as usual, Barry Coe. How are you, mate?
Good. How are you?
Oh, mate, fantastic for a Wednesday. Dave Tinners Carroll, how are you, mate?
Afternoon, gents. It has been a minute or two, so it's great to be back.
How exciting. Origin teams have been announced.
And we're back for State of Origin this time next week,
Perfect
actually,
time.
isn't it?
It is this time
Are we
next
doing
week.
anything? Are we planning?
Cowboy butter.
Cowboy butter. You want some cowboy butter?
Casino, Dunwoody's.
We might be able to. We'll see.
Go the cowboy butter.
Barry Coe's place.
Yeah.
You know, on the balcony.
What happened to we had a big screen there last year, didn't we?
Was it last year? Was it 2 years
At
ago?
my place. Oh, yeah. We did the projector thing with
last
JD.
year.
I'll have a talk to him and see what we can organise.
Yeah. All right, JD, if you're listening, mate, we demand your projector.
Yeah, stop being in love, JD.
In love with who?
Oh, no, he's in love.
Oh, is
He's
he?
got a young girlie.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, no, it's true love.
Oh, no wonder why I haven't heard from him. It's been quiet on the thing. All right. So, as we said, we're at State of Origin time at the moment, and the teams have been announced. Interesting, the two sides there.
Oh, look, the conversation that hasn't stopped all week is Reece Walsh, isn't it, Daz?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hollywood.
No, let's be real, though. It's the fullback selections for both teams that have left us scratching our heads. Like, no offense against Tedesco, but you got Dylan Edwards, who's the best fullback and the best team in the comp right now, absolutely crushing it, and they've gone backwards and selected somebody that they dropped last year.
Well, 2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago,
Two
was
years
it?
ago, they
2
dropped a
years
31-year-old, and now they've decided to bring in a 33-year-old James Tedesco. Like, I agree with you, Baz. Penrith are 9-1 for a reason.
Like, Laurie Daly's come out and said Tedesco's going to play the style of footy that they're planning to play or whatever, but aren't you just giving away your game plan then to
What style of footy?
to Queensland?
Well, they want to play a quick game, which they believe it's too Penrith-based when it's in a New South Wales side, but
You can't tell me that Dylan Edwards can't get the job done. As good or if not better than Tedesco.
I agree. Yeah. And if Laurie doesn't get this State of Origin series right,
he's left the door wide open to criticism, hasn't he?
I don't rate him as a State of Origin coach, and I've got no faith in New South Wales winning it again. But you do not have the best fullback for the last 6 years.
But I agree, not selecting Reece Walsh for Queensland as well is a bit of a head scratcher. But you know,
I don't think so.
You do have Callum Ponga there, so
I thought that.
I think for the bench at least.
Well, the game on the weekend really didn't. It didn't give me enough faith in that he hasn't really come back all that well since that chin injury.
I get that, but he's better than Shivasaki.
Yeah.
And I know it's a different position role. He's better than Ezra Mann.
Yeah.
Like, the bloke he's been one of the best footballers in NRL world competitions the last 12 months.
I don't know if he's injured at the moment. He had that facial injury. And
I'm ecstatic.
I don't think he's actually come back from that, really.
He's probably not 100%.
Psychologically.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. 25 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go, bringing him on as the 19th man.
Yeah.
And he's not there. You beauty.
But back to your point, though, Daz, if we're going to base it on the last game that they had, how come we're selecting Sam Walker over Jake Clifford when the Cowboys trounced the Roosters? Like, how do you watch that game and go, Sam Walker's our man for Queensland?
Like, I agree. I don't think New South Wales have picked a great side. There's even people talking, do you believe that Victor Radley?
Oh, definitely no.
Yeah, no. And now there's talk.
Though Victor's actually very lucky he's there.
And now there's talk from the New South Wales camp, which is just ridiculous because he's been the best lock in the game for a decade. Isaiah Yeo's going to go to the prop.
Yeah.
And Cam Murray's going to come off the bench into lock forward, and Mitch Barnett will go to the bench. Isaiah Yeo's has he ever played prop?
That's a good question.
Like, it's just
no idea.
Yeah, I mean, they're clutching at straws, New South Wales. If they do not win the first game, they're not winning this series.
So Cobbo and Fafita on the wing for Queensland is an interesting combination.
Selwyn Cobbo's first month was horrendous.
Yeah.
Its last 4 weeks has been pretty good. But Selwyn Cobbo couldn't get a run at the Broncos last year. I know he's been okay the last 4 weeks, but Joe Fafita, he plays at what clubland? Sorry, there, Baz.
Titans.
Yeah, obviously no Xavier Coates. That hurts him.
Yeah.
I think they're could be a little bit weak on the wings, but Billy knows what he's doing. But
Val Holmes?
No chance.
Past his prime?
He's gone.
Yeah.
You might as well put Clint Gutherson in there for New South Wales and doing Val Holmes.
Well, they did announce Casey Maguire actually coming out of retirement. He actually played for Queensland.
I know.
That was an
faux
interesting
pas.
announcement.
Look, I don't think either team is bad, really.
No.
But this is the tricky thing with Origin is trying to get those combinations right. And
Yeah.
you might not discover it until game one and you go, oh, we've made a horrible mistake here. Or maybe a happy accident, we've just somehow clicked with the right combinations.
You kind of hope for New South Wales that Moses and Cleary click really well.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see Cleary.
Well, they've played together a few times now.
Yeah.
So.
And I kind of hope that Cleary has a very good State of Origin series. The word on the street is if he does have 2 outstanding State of Origin series, that he will leave the NRL and go to England because he's done everything. He doesn't need in 2028. He'll leave for England. So
okay.
if he doesn't have a great State of Origin series, we might be seeing him at PNG. So, but anyway, time will tell. But he doesn't need to play great. He just needs to dominate at the right moments, doesn't he, Daz?
Yeah. Even with the New South Wales side, I mean, Katoni Staggs there. If he has a brain fart again, then yeah.
Oh, well, obviously, Latrell Mitchell being out, like that's massive. Like that's a massive hit for New South Wales.
Yeah.
Staggs is a beast, though. He'll step up.
I'm just concerned Crichton's playing clubland football. Terrible. Like he's no
are we
good at
going to
all.
get...
I was surprised that he was actually in the side.
Daz, are we going to get Trenno on the phone? We should probably get him to weigh in on
Well, I don't have a cable at the moment, so unfortunately, unless we actually put him on speakerphone,
do you just need a USB-C cable?
probably do, but we're still recording. So I'm not going to edit this out.
Well, he's just asking as well.
Oh, okay. All right. We can put him on speaperphone, I guess.
All right, hang on. Let's get him going.
We're going to get Trenno on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, while we're doing that, who else have we got here? Hudson Young.
Yeah, well, I think New South Wales second row in the back row is Hudson Young and Hamali Olakwatu.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Very, very good. You know, like you Hudson Young and Olakwatu are just probably the 2 informed second rowers of the competition. So I'm happy with that position.
Yeah. So we've got Trenno on the line from downtown
Herberton.
Herberton.
How's going, boys?
I'm good, mate.
Thanks.
Yourself?
Yeah.
All right, we've got you on speakerphone here, so this is going to be interesting radio.
Sounds fun.
Give us your quick 30-second breakdown of what you think of the Origin teams.
Look, I think both of them are probably missing a couple of players through injury. Big one, I guess, in the New South Wales team, but they've got a few others that are out as well. Look, I like both teams. I like what both coaches are doing with them. I don't think that's how they're going to start. Honestly, I think Queensland will start with Nikora in the back row. I reckon Cotter will start at lock and Plath will start on the bench. Given that Brayley and Robson are both in that side. So New South Wales will go on dual hookers. And when Queensland's done it and New South Wales haven't, Queensland's won. So I think they're crazy not to do it, Queensland to follow suit.
Yeah.
I just still can't believe Reece Walsh is not in 19 for 20
he's injured. Like he's still
He's better than Ezra Mann or Shivasaki. Like, seriously.
But you've got to be fit. You can't take an injury into the game.
No.
And look, the reason that I feel that they've picked Shivasaki and a half and the half being Ezra. Look, I would have picked Clifford over Ezra, but that's just me. Is the fact that you've got Hammer who can cover fullback if Ponga goes down, right? Yeah. So then Shibasaki would come into the centres. Whereas if you're carrying Walsh on the bench, he is only covering fullback. So you either pick him as your starter or you don't pick him at all. He's not like Ponga, where Ponga can cover the halves as well.
Well, he could. So, he could if he wanted to.
He could. But would you risk it at
State
of Origin level?
He's one of the best footballers in the world. You put him on for 25 minutes. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic he's not there.
Defended in the front line. That's the thing. He's never in NRL level. He's never defended in the front line.
Yeah, well, Cooper Cronk didn't defend in the front line when he was injured.
Yeah, when he's injured. Yeah, but look, I understand why they've done it. And look, personally, I probably would have if he was fit. Kind of thing.
I think he probably is fit when you put him in the Queensland side. He'd be right. But anyway,
but the last thing you want is a facial fracture further down. Look, game 2, he's well and truly in there, but depends on what's happening. I'm happy with Ponga playing.
So am I.
Oh well, there you go.
But Walsh still should have been on the bench. You could have just put him as 19th and 20th man and didn't have to play him.
I think this is a kick up the arse for him, to tell you the truth, because he did play quite poorly against the Warriors the other night.
I agree.
But he wasn't he wasn't Pat Malone.
No, he wasn't. But in the end of the day, if you're picking a team on form, and most of that team is picked on form.
Well,
only one really is Munster, but Munster's come good in the last 2 games.
Yeah, but what about Sam Walker?
Sam Walker's that's the questionable one for me. I think he already knew. I think he already knew he was playing, and he didn't want to get injured. I think that's the only thing I can put it down to is why Clifford smashed both DC and Walker, made them both look silly out there. And yet Clifford didn't even get a run in. I still don't understand it. I would have picked Clifford at number 7 personally. He's a bigger body, bigger kick, But I guess you do get a bit more creativity out of Walker, but he's a defensive liability. So I don't know. He has been good over the last few weeks, except for last week. And if he did know, then that could be the reason why he didn't play too well.
Yeah, I don't see New South Wales winning, mate, because you don't take Dylan Edwards, who's been the best fullback for the last 6 years. He's a New South Wales fullback, Penrith fullback. He's done everything right. Laurie's come out and says that he won't suit our style of play for this State of Origin series. I think
he just said he wanted Teddy for the style that they were going to play.
That's right, exactly.
So that means that he wants a fullback that's going to back up the hookers, and that's why he's got 2 hookers on the in that squad. Plus he's got a plethora of lock forwards in there. So I guess he's just going to come up through the middle.
But if this fails, game 1, you might as well sack Laurie Daly now because.
Well, and you do think though, like if it doesn't work and Teddy isn't there, the best thing that New South Wales have got is they can fall back on Dylan. I think also
but we can't. That's too late though by then, Trenno. We don't want to be going in 0-1 in game 2 because we won't be winning the series.
Well, it's true because the first game is in New South Wales. So, look, I expect it to be a dour sort of game. It's going to be slippery. There's going to be a few errors. It's going to come down to a couple of moments, really. But my biggest concern, being a Queenslander, looking at that New South Wales lineup, is that they actually did pick Olakalatu in the starting team.
How good!
And that's where he should be.
Of course, he
shouldn't be coming off the bench because if he comes off the bench, he can get lost.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't pick Jackson forward.
Well, I think Mitch Barnett's been picked on the back of what he did last year.
Yeah, well, so should
because when he went down, New South Wales were very dominant when he was in that team. He got injured.
Yeah.
And then it was over. So I think he's basically been picked over forward. Would I done that? Well, today it's a bit of a risk since he has been in and out of that side injured this year. But look, a lot of these guys are going to repay the faith. And I think, well, you'll be surprised how good this team's going to be. I do. It's interesting with Yo. I do agree with the calls that he's probably going to end up starting in a prop. And
So can I just pull you up on that? When has he ever been a prop?
Oh, he has. He's played prop before. He's been played prop lock forward.
But he's been the best lock forward.
Depends on how you want him to play.
Yeah, I know, but it's just
because they don't want a passing. They don't want a passing lock forward in for New South Wales because that's the system that Penrith have got, right? And they don't want the Penrith system. They want to play Laurie's way, right? And so if they want a passing lock in there, well, put Cameron Murray in there because Cameron Murray's got a better pass on him anyway. He's quicker. So I look at it and think you could get away. You could have Yo in the front row to start the game, right? Have Cameron Murray there in at lock.
But do you really think that Isaiah Yo could take up the first 2 or 3 hit-ups?
I think they pretty much do anyway. Look at Tamalolo playing lock. It's the same sort of thing. He's a big body. He's as big as any of the prop forwards. Yo, he's a massive man. In the end of the day, it depends on, once again, it depends on how they want to play. Like Queensland have got a lot of big forwards on their bench, and how we're starting. We've got a lot of things. Whereas New South Wales, it's all very mobile. So maybe the only real prop on the bench is Footy for New South Wales. Well,
I'm concerned about this.
Blake at the back.
I'm not confident with this state of origin at all. I'm so not confident. I just do not think they're a chance. New South Wales.
I think it's going to be a very close game. I don't know which way it's going to go. To be honest, obviously, I hope New South Wales lose, but and Queensland win, but. I'm not confident myself. So I don't think anyone can be confident going into this game.
Just before you go, Trenno, what are your thoughts on Casey Maguire coming out of retirement?
I like that, didn't it? It was a bit of a Freudian slip, wasn't it?
Yeah. 14 years, mate.
That was a bit of gold, and they've been using that a fair bit. Before I go, I'll also let the viewers know I managed to get my Perth Bears membership today.
Yes, we heard about that.
Yep. So today was the day that they launched at midday. So I got on the internet at midday. Well, it was a bit of a cluster. Let's just say that. You ended up in a queue that eventually, at first it told you were only 14 minutes away or 13, and then it told you you're 2.5 hours wait. Then it got out to 4 hours. I think after about an hour, I got in and was able to get this foundation membership. Now, the reason I did that, I actually followed the Bears a bit when I was younger. They were probably like my second or third team. I really liked Jason Taylor and Ben Eichen and Gary Larson and Billy Moore, those sort of guys, and they were all in the same team. So it's great to see the Bears come back. And I thought, well, for a very small amount, you can be known as a foundation member of a club. I did miss out when the Dolphins came, and I did miss out when the Cowboys did. So I thought, I'm not going to miss out again. And personally, I'm probably not going to be a member of the PNG Chiefs because I feel like that's going to be an all-stars team. So, yeah.
Oh, but still, they'll probably have to play in Cairns.
Well, I hope so. We'll get to see good football if we do. Well, from one team, but I don't know. I just feel it's a little bit unfair what's happening now that with the team picking the eyes out of the competition. I think we're going to see even better players get signed up, maybe even Cleary.
Yeah, they still got to win games though.
I do like the fact that
we've always said a champion team will beat a team of champions, and that's I think they will be a team of champions. I don't know if they'll gel and have their heart and soul in it, unless they pick a lot of Papua New Guinean guys. And look, that if they do, fantastic. I'll be backing them 100%.
Yeah.
If they get maybe a handful of mercenaries over there, and then pick some absolute superstar PNG players, mate, I'll be all for it.
I do like the fact that with the Perth Bears, they've actually embraced that North Sydney attitude there. So they're saying here, your membership marks a place in Perth Bears history with our inaugural 2027 season fast approaching. The Bears are out of hibernation. So they've actually gone back. They've actually gone back through history. So it's really good to see.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, I don't know, like I never got to go and see a game at North Sydney Oval. I would have actually liked to. And look, from what people tell me, there was about 8,000 seats or something, and everyone just sat on the hill. But you were so very close to the action. Yeah. And I mean, that's Barry and I went to Leichhardt a few years back, and that was fantastic, wasn't it? Like we were so close to the action. There is talk that the hill is going to disappear, that they are going to put seats all there. I think that's just the wrong move.
That'd be crazy.
I think
tragic.
It was so much fun just standing there. Yeah, and you stood for 2.5 hours and you didn't even think about it. Yeah. You know, you don't need a seat. So I think it's crazy. But look, all right, guys, we'll enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, sir.
Go Queensland. I know Tinners will be wearing maroon that day. You know, your maroon jocks will be getting worn out. Yeah,
exactly. No, it's Anyway, we'll wait and see.
Thanks, Trenno.
All right, mate.
See ya. Bye.
All right, let's talk about the rest of the football. But before we do that, there's a couple of things that actually happened over the break that we actually had. Now, sadly, we've actually lost a player, Jai Arrow, who's just retired because he's been diagnosed with motor neuron disease.
And he's only, 30 years old?
31. It's very sad, that is.
Yeah.
It's a disease that's obviously going to get you within 5 years, 10 years. So that's just he hasn't played all year as well, but it's like Jai Arrow, I think probably played for Queensland.
He did
2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's just one of the horrific illnesses in our society, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, and it's just it's too sad to even think about.
Yeah. Now also Benny Ikens actually pulled the pin from the QRL. He's no longer the CEO.
The head
of QRL.
honcho.
Yeah.
What was the reason why there?
Well, that's a good question. No one actually knows, but I've got a feeling that he's going to join the Bears.
You think so?
I think he'll go across to Perth.
Okay. Oh, that's a good move if he does, because obviously being a star previous player for them, and obviously then went to Broncos. So it fits well. Yeah, fits real well.
Absolutely.
Look, he might even not go to Perth. He might go back to Sydney and run the whole management.
Get back on NRL 360 again.
Yeah, well, not even that, but run the Bears.
Yeah,
in Sydney,
from North Sydney.
Sydney. That's probably what's more where he'd probably end up, because they still need someone to run everything in North Sydney, along with Perth. So anyway, that's a very interesting place where he will land, isn't it, for Benny Ikin?
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about State of Origin. The women's State of Origin was on Thursday night. The Blues actually take the series 14-10.
Well done to the Blues.
Well done to the Blues. Did you watch it? It was a good game.
I watched the game, actually. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, was it great? I mean,
the first game was great too.
Everyone's going to talk about that tackle.
Is it only 2 games this year?
3 games.
Was it 3?
There's 3. There's 1 in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 in Newcastle. Seabus.
Gold Coast.
Yeah, in the Gold Coast.
The first one was at Newcastle.
Actually, just quickly talking on that, it's great. Obviously, the Bears are coming in next year. So we spoke about this, Baz. There has to be an extra game, Daz, at Magic Round for next year. That game will be played Thursday night.
Yeah.
The State of Origin's women's game, first game next year,
will be Wednesday.
Wednesday at Townsville.
The traditional State of Origin night.
At Townsville.
Yeah, awesome.
Interesting. Great. So it's good to have a few games of football.
It is.
Even in Townsville.
So that's right. So, but look.
Which team missed out on the Magic Round this year?
It was
Canberra.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Vicky was not happy.
It's been rubbish the last couple of years. A team missing out on Magic Round.
Of course it is. I really think we got to get down there, lads.
Yeah.
They say it's a great weekend.
Speaking of which, speaking of getting down there or getting up there,
where's this going?
No, Vegas.
Getting over there.
Storm play the Tigers and Parramatta play Gold Coast for 2027.
Now, you might not think that's great scheduling. It's not, because there's only 5 teams left. So the only team that won't have been gone is Dolphins.
Fins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the year after, there will be 3 teams that have already been once.
I mean,
So would they send Perth over next year? Perth and the Dolphins?
In 2028, they will.
27?
No,
No, 28?
28. Has
Okay.
because you've already got the 4 teams.
Right.
The Parramatta, Gold Coast,
yeah.
Storm and Tigers. So in 2028, you are correct. Bears and Dolphins will go over with 2 other teams.
but based on form right now, Para versus Titans, Storm versus Tigers doesn't sound like a
It's
great
not
lineup.
great, is it?
No.
But, things can change.
Yeah,
with
they
the
can
year, so-
change. It's
And
not.
it's still in Vegas. It's the
I'm
opening round.
still
It's gonna
excited for the Storm
good.
to actually go over though.
Yeah, no, it's Storm would probably feel a little bit ripped off. But those 3 teams are lesser teams.
Yeah.
Like imagine Storm versus Warriors or something.
Yeah. That would have been
Roosters
a
or
better
something,
That would
game.
have been a good, or even Storm Manly, Storm, Broncos, or Storm, like
Storm Cowboys.
yeah. Like you've got the big club in Melbourne Storm, so
Yeah.
But it'll be on again. I think it's the 28th of February. Would you believe it?
Wow. that
28th
early.
of February, and here we are. It's the 21st of May today, I do
Yeah,
believe.
it is.
Well, and
20th of May.
20th of May, and we're already talking that the next
Vegas.
start of next year
Yeah.
is 28th of February.
Yeah.
But I suppose when you think about it, we're over a third of the way through the season already.
You want to look at the games for last week?
Let's do
We
it.
do.
I'm
Let's
proud
do
to
it.
say
All right.
I got 7 out of 8 tips this
Yeah.
round. So
Yeah, you've been on fire.
Leapfrog me, you bastard.
if only
Anyway.
I had backed the Cowboys.
All right, so let's start off here. Of course, it was Magic Round. Everything was played at Suncorp Stadium. The Sharks 38 defeated the Bulldogs 16.
I
The
did
Dogs
say
are just
I did
struggling.
say 3 weeks ago that they're done.
Yeah.
And they completely will not make the 8. They'd gone.
Yeah, I agree. They were just dreadful.
Since Toby Sexton was asked not to come back to that football club, they've gone downhill.
Yeah.
It just hasn't worked. They got their roster is very good, but Burton's playing poor. Crichton's playing terrible.
Galvin's
just
hot
trying to
and
do
cold.
he's trying to do his best. Their forward pack is getting slaughtered. Their for and against is horrendous. Sharks turned up for this game, Daz. They in the first 3 minutes, you went, "Oh, the Sharkies are on." Craig Fitzgibbons has got this side up and about. Braden Trindle, Nico Hines, they orchestrated that win. They played very well. I think Motatolo, is it Motatolo?
Yes.
He was his-
Motatalo.
Motatalo, first game back. The energy that bloke brings, you'd have you in your side every day.
Yeah.
So no, well done the Sharkies, but the Dogs are in trouble, Baz.
They certainly are.
The other game on Friday night, the Finns up there, 32 defeated the Rabbits 10.
Now, I switched my tip to Dolphins just before this game. I had a look at the teams, but you gave me a stat that the Dolphins haven't lost there in what? Or the Rabbits haven't won there. What was the stat?
Something like 9 games or 9, So, I mean, I had a shocker. I should have just said no, Latrell, no Rabbits,
Yeah.
because that's what's happened the
Well,
last
he's had a
2
back.
weeks.
He got a back injury out of that game
Yeah,
on the weekend.
yeah. Did he play? I didn't think.
Yeah, he did play.
He did play.
Yeah.
but he didn't play. Yeah, right. Yeah, like, how do you pick the Dolphins? That's very
Yeah,
inconsistent.
it's hit and miss.
It is hit and miss for them.
But they did play well.
They did play very well. I don't know. There's a few teams, and we'll go through it, but the Rabbits and the Tigers are starting to slide.
Yeah, and so Manly 46 defeated the Tigers 18.
How good. The team of the competition.
Fosball,
Oh,
eh?
Fosball.
Fosball. What's he doing different?
What is he doing? Because they keep saying that even though he might have helping the halves and the back line, and he said, look, let's run. He's told them to run through the middle.
Yep.
So Seabolt wanted to go east-west, as you understand east-west, on the side of the ground. He's told him to go north-south, just run straight up the middle, get Hamali Olakuatu, just trample over Blake. Did you see what he did to those poor Tiger boys? He's probably got 3 of them still in hospital. He just trampled over them, and what Hamali Olakuatu is doing, he's in the form of his career. Jakey Trbojevic, who's good news. He's re-signed for another year for 2027. Not making much meterage, but is just tackling like a,
Is it fair to say the squad like this coach and want to play for this coach?
Yeah. If you listen to Jake Trbojevic on Wednesday nights on NRL 360, the bloke loves him. He wants to sleep with Foz, I'm telling you. That's how much he loves him. Like, I'm telling you right now.
He's very dreamy.
Yeah, he does. I want to bob him right now. He just adores the shite out of him.
But as an ex-player yourself, that would make a huge difference. If you might respect the coach and think he knows what he's doing, but if he's just bristly, if you can't get along with him.
Nah, it's just impossible. The Trbojevic brothers did not get on with Seabolt. You know that now. You know that. Look, they've been the best for and against team since round 4. To put 46 points against the Tigers, who I said a month ago Adam Dewey was a chance to play State of Origin. Now he's been injured, Daz.
Yeah.
And that has really hurt the Tigers.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai's
if he was
pretty
not
ordinary, isn't he?
If he was not injured, would you put him straight into the halves for Origin over Moses? Or would you play him in the centres, or what would you do with him?
You could probably bring him off the bench.
Off the bench?
Yeah. Well, he's playing better than Moses.
Very handy player to have in the squad. But obviously the Sea Eagles took pity on them and didn't put the full 50.
No, well, we
I'm
had
sure
a
they
chance.
could have.
No, Ruben Garrick went over the line with 2 minutes to go, a minute to go, and he dropped it.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, right on the corner.
Right, I know. So anyway, but it's Eagle Rock is happening at 4 Points Park. It is going off at the moment. And look, I know I'm being biased, and I go for Manly, but
they actually are playing good
They
football.
are one of the
Playing
few.
decent
They are one of the
football.
few teams I believe that can beat Penrith for this competition right now.
Yeah.
Could change again in 12 weeks, but right now, Penrith are beating everyone apart from Manly. So
I wonder if they got them coming up.
Cows.
How good are the Cowboys against Roosters? After the abysmal performance against the Eels last week, I was so happy to see this.
It's the other way around. How bad were the Roosters?
Oh, how bad were the Roosters?
Just terrible.
Really, they were just the halves were poor.
Yeah.
Had no direction. Like, I get it that yes. So Clifford, he schooled them up without a doubt.
Oh, and his kicks on the sideline.
But there's no way that
amazing.
Tomalalu and Dearden out.
You couldn't tip him. I didn't tip him.
You can't. They do not beat the Roosters at home.
No. 18-12, by the way. So
Yeah. Cowboys are a side. If they're going to do damage into this competition, and they probably will, they'll be knocking on the top 4. And if they get to the top 4, I believe they can go deep into the final series. They have
But right now, 5 to 7, you think?
5 to 7, probably
Solid.
right now. Yeah, solid. But if they go on a run, I'll tell you what, if they go on a run, they'll become real dangerous. Yeah.
yeah. Storm 34 defeated the Eels.
They're back.
8.
They're definitely back
I've
now.
got to get off the Eels. They are just terrible.
You were the only one in a comp to tip
I know.
them.
What's wrong with this footy club in Parramatta?
The Eels? Well, that's a good question.
Just everything.
Just everything.
Anything and everything, really.
They just
they're
can't
not gonna. They're not going to win another final for a long time.
Oh, yeah, good
Haven't-
call. Good
They haven't
call.
won a grand final since 1986.
Yeah, and they're not going to make finals for another 5 years.
I was actually in Innispell yesterday, and one of the students had a Parramatta jersey on. I said, "What are you dreaming in 1986?" So,
I mean, just looking at their team list, I mean, they've got players that
I know. Well,
every other team's rejected, I think.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not all of them, but, some of
Carr.
them. You got Addo Carr, you got Dylan Walker, Jack DeBellin.
Yeah, and DeBellin's he's got to go.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of Dylan
A lot of them
Walker.
are past their prime. Sure, they were good players at one point, but
all I know is I've had a decent feed the last couple of weeks, so I'm happy.
Are they back, Daz? So
I think they're back.
They make the eight?
Well, look,
it's a good win against an abysmal team.
I'm going to say this with a bit of a premise. So Craig Bellamy's pretty crook at the moment.
Yeah, very.
And how long he's going to last as a coach is anyone's guess. He may do the season. I don't know.
You think there's a chance he might step down?
So the
before
talk-
There is a big chance that
the
he might
talk
step
is
down.
that he will step down.
Yeah.
And
This will be his last year.
And Billy Slater will be the coach.
Maybe after Origin.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
That's correct, isn't it? That's pretty.
I think that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So, look, it makes sense.
It's like Kieran Foran for them.
Yeah,
Manly,
it's just it's seamlessly. It's a seamless transition. Billy goes and coaches the Storm.
Yep. I'm hoping the big three might actually kiss and make up, and then they'll be assistant coaches.
Cronk start kissing and making up with them.
No, he's not coming back. His wife's too beautiful to go back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
No, there's no chance.
Stunner. All right. So the Knights 36 defeated the Titans 12.
Great win for the Knights.
It was a great win.
Lackluster Titans once again.
Sorry, who's their coach? Not Justin.
Holbrook.
Justin Holbrook.
It is Justin Holbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hasn't he done a great job?
He has.
Do you think at this stage, I know you got Kieran Foran, but do you think Justin Holbrook is probably the coach of the year? One of the?
He'd be getting close to it.
Like I know you've got Kieran Foran, you've got Ivan Cleary, but what he's done for this squad, Baz, he's only brought in Dylan Brown.
Yeah.
That's all from last year.
Yeah.
And then for a while they had Dylan Brown and Kalen Ponga out, and they are sitting, sixth.
Yeah.
You
But,
know?
I mean, look at the side. I mean, Dominic Young scored 3 tries.
And
Got a hat-trick.
Yeah, and Dominic Young only came to Newcastle, I think, halfway through last year or because the Roosters let him go.
Yeah.
You got young Fletcher, is it?
Fletcher Sharp.
Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah.
Too, and there's another Fletcher too. They've got a really good roster.
It was 6-6 at half-time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they've look, Justin Holbrook got rated as a Super League coach when he came over and coached the Titans. Now, it's a tough gig because we've seen poor old what's his name, the assistant coach he was at Queensland, but he's obviously coaching the Titans now.
Josh
Hannay. Like, he's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because their list is poor, but it's not really poor. They got 2 blokes playing State of Origin. But, Justin Holbrook's a very good coach. I thought he got rorted at the Gold Coast. Knights have picked him up and they haven't looked back. They're making finals footy.
Yeah, look, Titans are similar to Eels. They've got to get their roster right. They just don't have it, and they haven't had it for a long time.
Yeah, they do got to get their roster right.
They've had some star players come and go from that team, but they're just trying to force them in, I think. I don't know what the answer is, but they've got to do something.
Sunday, the Warriors 42 defeated the Broncos 12. Now, the sea of Warriors fans.
There's a lot of Kiwis living in Brisbane, is all I say.
Yeah, and there was also a lot of people there that actually flew over.
Was there?
For Magic Round. So
poor showing from the Broncos.
Oh, the Wars are a good side.
Not to take away from the Wars, but poor showing.
Like the Wars
Magic Round
at the moment are second favourites to win. Like they could win the competition.
Yeah.
Without
I hope
a doubt.
they do.
Yeah, I do too. I think they could. Andrew Webster, again, he's doing a great job. He did a great... And you know what's ironic, gents, is that obviously Tanner Boyd re-signed but did his knee. Now, he only got his opportunity because Luke Metcalf was the number 1 player in the NRL last year when he was leading the... Dally M Awards. Yep. And then he did his knee. So then Tanner Boyd's come in, played good football. Now Tanner Boyd's done his knee, but Luke Metcalf said, well, I couldn't get an opportunity, and he signed at the Dragons a week ago. Quite ironic, isn't it? But they're quite fortunate that they can fall back onto Luke Metcalf. But at the start of next year, they'll have no Luke Metcalf and no Tanner Boyd because Luke Metcalf will be at the Dragons and Tanner Boyd will be injured still.
They will struggle.
All right, final game there. The Panthers 28, the Dragons 6.
They were okay, the Dragons.
Yeah.
They were okay, but they were never going to beat.
Look, they got to try, so that's like a victory for them at the moment.
Yeah, Dean Young's definitely not coaching this football team, I'll tell you that.
It's interesting that they paired the best team in the comp with the worst team right now as the last game.
I know,
and you could see nobody in the stands.
No, it was pretty poor. It was terrible viewing.
Yeah.
I think by then everyone had clocked off. You know, blokes have had 152 beers for the weekend. They passed out somewhere.
Gone to the Caxton. Yeah.
No, I don't think they
I mean,
would.
they're probably always going to struggle for numbers in the last game, but why don't they try to put a bit more of a feature,
Yeah.
like put the Broncos last? or
Yeah,
something, you
yeah,
know,
exactly.
I'll tell you what.
Keep people
there's-
around.
Speaking of the Caxton, there's another pub down near Milton that's going off at the moment. The Milton there with Munster's pub. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, is that
might
where
be-
he at the Milton? Is that where he owns it?
Yeah. So that might be worth visiting as well.
Yeah, we'll be there next year, guys.
we'll visit it.
We'll put it in
Yeah,
the
we'll go
budget.
down there
Yeah,
next year.
exactly. We're
Yeah,
there.
it's in the budget. So is Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vegas is in the budget. We did ask that a couple of years ago.
Probably not.
All right.
Let's
so,
switch to AFL.
well, hang on a second.
Oh,
We'll
no.
go. That's
Is it the
all
ladder?
thanks to DC Finance. See
Oh,
your
DC
scoreboard
Finance,
there.
they're
Oh,
killing
yeah,
it at the
it's
moment.
Things. There's a lot of shot going down.
The
Interest rates
deal's
going
going
up.
through.
How's
Yeah,
that
this
budget at
office.
the moment?
Yeah, the
Come
budget.
on,
yeah, the
Dave.
Baz's mate Albo's just ruined the country, but that's okay.
He's not my mate.
All right, so let's get into the ladder now, thanks to Optimus One. And the Panthers are on top there, followed by the Warriors, Roosters, Sea Eagles, Rabbitohs, Knights, Cowboys on 7, and the Dolphins make up the 8. Then we've got the Sharks, West Tigers, Broncos, Raiders, Storm, Bulldogs, Eels, Titans, and Dragons.
Who have already got the wooden spoon. I'm
Yeah,
saying that
they'll-
right.
they got the spoon.
They got the spoon.
They
So
won't win another game.
That 2 points, is that from the bye? Must
I
be.
think
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
They've lost
Yeah.
10. So
Well, they're going to have at least 3 buys, though.
they've lost
They'll
10
get 6
straight
buys.
then.
Now, I don't think the Storm will actually make the 8, but I think they'll actually get close, but I don't think they'll make the 8.
Don't make the 8.
That's a big call for
I
me.
love those predictions on our show.
That's a big call for me.
It is. Yeah, they're only on 6, aren't they? Or are they on 8?
Well, let's have a look. They're
eight.
playing Bulldogs, Roosters, Knights, Raiders.
Oh, you're on 8 points.
Manly.
Yeah, but
They're
you
going to
can't
struggle with a lot of
but
those.
you can't afford to lose though. You're on 8 points.
Titans, they might win. Roosters,
Nah.
Raiders, Bulldogs again.
Yeah, they,
Manly again. Panthers,
no,
Broncos,
they've got to
Sharks.
win pretty well. They've
Yeah,
played
I think you're right, Daz.
Yeah.
the next
I
15,
can't see them-
14
I can't see
games.
them making
They
the
need to
game.
win 12.
Yeah.
They ain't winning 12.
Yeah.
They're not. Oh, well.
Anyway.
Oh, well, it's about
All
bloody
right.
time you had a rest in September, you blokes.
Exactly. All right, so let's get into the AFL now. And Lions played the Cats at the Gabba
And lost.
and
Spectacularly.
lost there,
They got
117 to
smashed.
76.
Yeah, the average age of the Cats is 29. The average age of the Lions is 21. That's the score of 76. So 117 to 76. Yeah, Geelong, they flogged Collingwood the week before. They've touched up Brisbane Lions. Yeah, they're a very good football team, the
Yeah.
Cats.
Tell you what, there would have been a bit of competition there too with the State of Origin.
Yeah.
They're the women's State of Origin. So,
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
so the Swans there, 81, defeated Collingwood 75.
Oh, the Pies kicked themselves out of this game. I think the Pies, I think they've kicked 10, 15 to 11. Well, both teams kicked 15 behind. It was a good game of footy, but Collingwood lost their ruckman, Oscar Steen, to an ACL, and they were up by 25 points. And you can just tell that obviously by losing your ruckman is really important with these new ruck rule changes. So, look, great effort, but great efforts don't get you 4 points. So Collingwood are languishing pretty low on the table now.
Yeah. Tell you what, there's some really weird names here. So the Gold Coast Suns played Port Adelaide, but they've got it here as Yata Puti.
Yeah, because it's the Indigenous rounds.
Indigenous.
That's
Oh, it's
right.
an Indigenous
That's-
round.
yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah.
So 98 to 73, Port Adelaide.
Yeah, again, expected. The Suns had a couple of weeks where they had losses. They went,
They're still in the top 4.
yeah, because they actually went to Darwin. So they've been in Darwin for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And now I think they've won 11 straight
Yeah.
up in Darwin, or might be 9 straight. So they probably need to go to Darwin and just relocate there because they don't lose.
All right. I'm assuming that's Adelaide.
It
So
is.
Adelaide 133, defeated North 65.
Yeah, no, North have been playing really good football and being competitive. That they weren't competitive in that game against Adelaide.
Yeah. So Melbourne 120 defeated the Hawks 81.
The NAM, as they call themselves, the Indigenous region. Yeah, no, they're a new coach in Stephen King. He's done wonders for this team and just the belief. And to beat the Hawks, who were rated in the top 2 or 3 teams to win the competition, that's an outstanding win for Melbourne. And Melbourne, who probably did finish bottom 4 last year, are going to play finals footy this year. So it's a really good turnaround.
All right. Carlton, big winners there against the Dogs.
Well, do you know why they won?
74 to 62. Because Vossi resigned.
Vossi resigned and they lost their coach.
Yeah.
How many times does it happen that a team loses their coach, the players then pull their fingers out of their ass and think, we should have a go, and they win?
Do you think they're like, oh, let's prove it wasn't us? It was the coach, we'll come out.
But look, it could have been. Look, sometimes, again, we go back to where Kieran Foran for the NRL.
Or is it just a renewed energy?
Yeah, but is it just the voice? Is it that voice that just, you can tell in his voice that he's getting weary. It's, it's the same thing week in, week out. Great effort from Carlton. Dogs have got 1,000 injuries at the moment, and I'm saying now the Doggies won't make the finals because of the injuries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
speaking of someone who's not making the finals, Essendon lost to Freo. That's Freo.
I was a Fremantle, is it? So 104 to 61.
Yeah, Wally up it is.
I didn't watch this game, but I've watched the last few Essendon games, and they've got some life in them.
Yeah.
They're still going to struggle to win a game.
You can't be too perturbed. This team is the premiership favourite to win the competition this year.
Yeah.
And they're doing everything. They're winning away. Fremantle will finish top 2.
Yeah.
So what will happen there is they'll get 2 home finals in the West. So they're probably making grand final. Yeah.
St Kilda, 109, defeated Richmond 73.
Yeah, you weren't happy about the Tigers, were you?
Weren't. No.
They started off poorly.
Yeah. And they're continuing that too.
Yeah. And again, this game didn't get anything great heights, but you just expected Saints to beat them, and they did well by about 6 goals in the end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
West Coast Eagles, they had a
What a
win
good
against the
win.
Giants,
This is a
88 to
great
71.
game of football. Sunday night, because I get
this.
bored on Sunday nights and nothing else to do.
Go
So
and
I
watch a bit of
watched it,
footy.
and it's good that the Eagles played good football. Harley Reid had something like 14 disposals in the second term, 6 tackles, 6 scoring involvements. It was a really good game of football. And when West Coast are winning, geez, the crowd get into it. They love their Weagles over there, the Westerners.
Yeah.
And it's such a really good stadium to watch football or cricket or any sport there. But their membership base, Baz, for a club that's won 8 games in 5 years is huge.
Yeah.
They pack it. They fill the 60,000 seat stadium every time they play at home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it. So congratulations to the Weagles. They're not winning this weekend. They better not anyway. It'll be just
Against the Pies.
well, it is against the Pies. And before we go, the all-time record will be broken. Scott Pendlebury will play 433 games, all-time record, against West Coast.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge. Yeah. So Harley Reid, just to give him a bit of a plug, is playing his 50th game for West Coast this weekend.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So the Swans are still on top. Wally Up is in second. Geelong Cats, the Suns, Melbourne, and Hawthorn. They make out the top 6. Then the Lions, Adelaide, St Kilda, and Western Bulldogs. And then come Collingwood, North Melbourne, GWS Giants, Port Adelaide, West Coast Eagles, Carlton, Essendon, and Richmond. We all said that West Coast were actually going to be languish on the bottom of the ladder. They're not.
Dave, where are your Pies going to end up, you think? They're not in a good spot right now.
No, they're not in a good spot. Look,
know.
I think they're probably going to finish between 8th and 12th, 8th and 11th. They'll probably make 10th spot. They should beat better than, I think they can beat Western Bulldogs and they can beat.
So they could have a shot at the play-in.
They'll go in the play-in. That's it. Yeah. That's all that'll happen there. So I believe the top 2 is, look, this is a long way out, but the top 2 is done. I think it's Sydney Fremantle.
Yeah.
for me. Maybe the Cats, but the top two of So it's Collingwood should make top 10, and it makes it more interesting because you still got Collingwood, North Melbourne, and Giants who could possibly make the top 10.
All right. Before we get into live and local FNQ, the Pride there beat the Clydesdales 40-12. That's at home.
Yeah,
That's good to see.
You expect that.
Bears defeated the Cutters there 14-13. The Magpies 30 defeated the Hunters 20. And they haven't played. It must have been a split round because they haven't played anything else. So let's have a look at that ladder as we speak. And I'm just bringing that up now. That's a pain in the neck. All right, the Falcons are on top. They're the Bears, Dolphins, Jets, Pride there on 5. Capra's on 6 and Cutters 7. Tigers on 8. Winner Manly Seagulls 9th, and then we've got the Magpies, Blackhawks, Tweed Seagulls, Devils, Hunters, and the poor old Clydesdales
on the bottom.
Yet to pin a game at the moment.
Yeah, there's a big there's a race day obviously at the Cairns races on next Friday, but I'm just trying to think. It's called a beef and beers day next Friday at the Cairns Jockey Club. You've got Andrew McCulloch and Matt Gillette, who will be two of the legends.
Oh, wow.
With Sam Williams, the coach of Northern Pride. So I'm thinking of going. I've just got to try and find someone else. It's a premium 2-course lunch with a 3.5 drink package. Venue opens 11 a.m, starts at 12 noon for about $165. So
That's not bad.
it's not bad.
Sounds like a good day.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Can't I have to work? All right. Let's have a look at the
Let's lock it in.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the FNQRL Ken Frost Homes A grade. And on Saturday, Ivanhoe defeated the Tully Tigers there 22-18. Cairns Brothers defeated the Kangaroos there 24-12. The Mareeba defeated Yarrabah 42-28. Suburbs are back 54-16 against Mossman. That's a big score. And then the poor old Leprechauns there, they've been in a lot of trouble, but they've had a win against Atherton there 26-6.
They beat Atherton
They beat Atherton.
with all what's been going on in that football club right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a big win.
We cannot say too much of what's going on,
No.
but it's anyway.
No, but that's...
We can't actually say anything.
No, not really, no.
It
but,
really is
I want to know now.
No, you can't. If we say it on here, we might get...
Yeah, we'll get kicked off.
We could be legally sued.
Turn the mics off, Taz.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here's the big one here. So, in the AFL Cairns, now, this is where I've got a bit of a problem. So, Port Douglas, 176, Menunda 13.
I think it was 1-7, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but oh my God, what a big score.
And not only that, Baz, they brought in 2 former AFL footballers from
I
Hawthorn.
remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
They both got 25 possessions, disposals. Like, I fear for the Hawks because they are probably travelling worse than what they were the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They've got a good coach in. They've got their numbers are better, but I don't know. That myself personally, they need to leave Kazali's, that facility.
Yeah.
They make no money. Like it's terrible. Like 106-13, and
That's
they kicked one
embarrassing.
goal.
Yeah.
Like, I know Port Douglas are a very good football team.
Why have they got to leave Kazali's?
It costs them too much. They're not making any money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
You
there
go
to
there
play
to
in that ground.
games, and there's like there's 12 people and 4 dogs and 1 cat. You know, that's how it's just. There's no atmosphere at all.
Yeah.
They can't.
More atmosphere inside Kazali's than there is outside
exactly.
So you
of Kazali's.
think if they're at a more suburban
Well,
ground,
there's talk that what's the out at Smithfield?
The Jabberkai. Park,
Yeah, so AFL Cairns have purchased that.
Oh, that's
So
right. They're going to turn it into
in an AFL. Yeah, so there's talk that Hawks might be offered to go out there. Like if, for example, AFL Cairns gave 250,000 Cairns to Menunda Hawks,
Said go out to Smithville.
you'd go.
Yeah.
You got to go. They can't sustain it in here
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. Lions there, 91, defeated the Tigers 61.
Poor kicking by the Tigers in the second quarter cost them.
Yeah.
They kicked 1 goal 5 goals straight to the Lions. So
Yeah.
bad
Now-
kicking, yeah.
Now, I actually went to the training session there at the Tigers there and did a lot of filming around the place and actually thought it was really interesting the way that they actually announced the team
Yeah.
there. So I actually really enjoyed my time there. Looking
We
forward
loved.
to
I think even the players he was introduced as Darren, and they called him Dazza straight away,
Yeah,
didn't
Dazza
they?
straight away.
They were onto him.
Yeah,
They loved
exactly
his-
right.
To be
They-
fair,
they-
you look like a dazzler.
Well, look, seriously,
like a
they see a star. They've seen
Yeah.
a star in the making, so they had to, have that. Yeah,
Don't
they
get
built
that.
him.
Not getting blushed here. All right, and let's finish it off here. The Cairns Saints there defeated Centrals 110 to 81. So
Yeah. So what happened there? So the Bulldogs loaded up or brought in a number of high-profile recruits at the start of the season. I spoke to a good mate of mine, Jake O'Halloran, from the Cairns Saints. They brought in 2 Tasmanian players, 2 players from Moreton Bay, which is Caboolture, and 1 player from Townsville. So they loaded up for this game because they had their 30-year premiership reunion, and it worked, and they won the game. So well done, the Saints.
all right, so let's have a look at the ladder now. So Port Douglas are on top, followed, and then it's just daylight after that. South Cairns there on 16. The Saints there on 12. Central on 8. The Lions on 8. Tigers on 4. And Menunda Hawks there yet to open their account, and I'm afraid they,
May not.
may not actually open their account at all.
Yeah.
All right, that's just about it. That's all I've got.
Yeah, there's a few games, obviously, for the weekend, isn't there?
Oh yeah, we probably should do our selections for
Yeah, so that's
round
round
12.
12. There's only about 5 games, I think.
Yeah.
There might be a bit more.
Yeah, 5
maybe
games.
6.
It's the only thing I don't like about Origin is we end up with less
Yeah.
regular footy, but
Yeah,
it's-
and also you've already got the buys in place already. So for the next 6 weeks, the ladder looks so
horrible.
skew.
Actually, one of the things I'm happy about is Cowboys didn't actually get a lot of players picked. It was just Cotter at this stage. So hopefully we'll win a
should be
few
all
games
right.
through this period.
Yeah,
All right, so the Raiders play the Dolphins at GIO.
I'm going Raiders.
Yep, me too.
They'll be fresh off,
Yeah.
missing
Plus
Magic
the-
Round.
Plus Hammer is playing.
Dolphins are missing some
And
players.
it's Thursday night, so Hammer's not playing Thursday night.
Yep. Dogs play Storm, and I am tipping the Storm.
Oh,
I have to look at the team list. But,
yeah.
I have a, they're missing a lot of players, the Bulldogs there, and I think the Storm will actually get up.
Who was still missing? Just Munster?
Yeah.
Munster, Harry Grant.
Yeah, it depends if they play.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Bulldogs for an upset. I think Bulldogs are just they've been smashed in the media.
Yeah.
Trent Loera for
Yep.
Yeah.
Queensland as well.
Warriors play Dragons at St. George.
How
Warriors, look, I don't even need to look at the team list for
Nah.
this one.
Yeah,
Warriors.
Warriors, they'll flog them.
Same with this one, Manly against the Titans.
Manly gets the Titans.
At 4 Points Park, it's
Yeah,
the hill will
Manly
be
for me.
packed again. We're winning easy.
Cows against the Rabbits at in
Yeah, like I said, we're not missing many
TCB.
players, so Cows for me.
Yeah,
They're
Cows
at
for me.
home.
Yeah, unless Latrell makes an appearance.
I doubt it.
Who,
doubt it
who
too.
are Rabbits missing? Cameron Murray.
Yeah, well, Latrell won't be playing either.
No.
That's
no,
it.
he won't be
I think
playing.
they're only missing Cameron Murray and obviously Latrell's injured. Yeah.
You've got to go the Cows.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, AFL, and I am just picking up the fixtures there. Hawks play Adelaide.
Yeah, Hawks will bounce back and win that. It's at Tasmania, so
It
they
is
win.
in Tassie, yeah. All right, Richmond play Essendon.
Bombers.
This
They've got
is
a
a-
chance to win.
Toss of a coin.
seriously, I would pick Bombers, and I know I'm
Yeah, I
biased,
would
but
think Bombers should win.
Yep.
Freo.
Is that
Fremantle play St Kilda at Optus.
Fremantle, easy
Yeah.
by 8 goals.
North Melbourne play Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Yeah, Gold Coast for me.
Yeah.
Geelong played the Swans. This should be a good game.
Third versus
First,
and
yeah.
it's on a terrible bloody time at 4:15.
Yeah.
On a Saturday afternoon. 3v1 needs to be on at like
That's a prime time game.
it's 7:30.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going the Swannies.
Swans for me. Collingwood play West Coast.
Collingwood.
Yeah, I'll
So
cry.
Pendlebury's going to break the record.
Break a record. Scott Pendlebury, 433 games, breaks the record. He will have the gold number 10 on his back, which is a bit over the top, but that's what they're doing, Collingwood.
Port Adelaide play Carlton at Adelaide Oval.
This will be a good game,
Yeah.
but I would think
If Carlton actually starts kicking some goals, then there could be a chance.
Literally kicking goals.
Yeah.
so I'll go Port.
Yeah. Okay. Giants play the Lions.
Lions got to bounce back after that
Lions
loss.
will beat
Sydney.
them by 10 goals. They'll be smarting after that loss.
Yeah. West Coast. Bulldogs play Melbourne.
Melbourne.
No.
Yeah.
Bulldogs
Melbourne.
got way too many injuries. So,
Yep. All right. That'll do us.
very good. Oh, well, all the best for the Queenslander that's with us at the moment for next Wednesday. If it is next Wednesday, we'll be not too sure if we'll be here at the same time, or do we do
Probably
the
will
podcast
be.
and go straight to the
State of Origin. We're going to have to talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So big talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Serious
see what
talk.
happens. All right, guys, that'll do us. A bit of cowboy butter too. All right, so that'll do us, guys. Have a great week. We will see you again next week. Bye.
Okay, see ya. Bye. Bye.